I'm trying to see which lighting works better. We're gonna stay with the light off. Hey guys, it's Zara. I haven't uploaded in a while, I guess. Nobody really cares. So I'm gonna be approaching my supercuts. I'm thinking of starting to do them in a kind of a different way. So I want like a cohesive narrative behind it. So that's what I'm gonna be trying to do from now on. And I thought I would just kind of go over what December really looked like. So we left November off feeling depressed and super anxious because finals were approaching, and midterms, they didn't go the best. Midterms just weren't really that good. They weren't too bad, but they weren't good either, so. My first exam was finance, and the first week of December was just prep for that exam. I was not in a good state because I was very sure that I was not going to do well at all, and I needed to do well on that exam. Spoiler, it went fine, but at that moment, I was just so stressed.
You know, so we ain't really never had no old money. We got a whole lot of new money though.
It's exactly 3 a.m. I've got like a game plan of where I want to go for the next 3 hours because I'm trying to stay up until like 6. I'm gonna knock out. So within December, I had my first exam on the 5th, and then another one later about mid of the month. Other than that, I had no other exams and no other really classes, so majority of my time was spent between work and I guess between family events and just, I guess, studying. So oh shit, it's raining. Fuck, I didn't get an umbrella. Got an umbrella. Hold up. Look. It's totally bullish. Fuck, it's raining a lot. I'm wearing white shoes. I'm going to work. I spent the greater half of the last 40 minutes trying to get a photo. I don't know if I got one. Just wasting time, you know. The usual. December was also the month before JDCC, which happened at the beginning of January, and which you will see about later. But there was just a lot of prep going on for that conference as well. Even though I was off from school, I spent a lot of time there again. I guess preparing for JDCC, we had to do a bunch of dance practice, so that was the thing.
So it'll be explicitly told to you in the question.
So, I finished my last exam. Honestly, that last exam, I'm not gonna lie, did not really hit the spot. And really, halfway through the exam, I kid you not, my thoughts were, Zara, you need to get your shit together. Zara, you need to focus. Zara, you need to study. My worries, in a lot of ways, are also kind of blessings that I even get to worry about this kind of thing. So it's okay. We're okay. Hello, future, help me. Hello, future Zara, please help me. Current Zara is dying, and she needs to wash her face and brush her hair. After my last exam, I actually got to go to Life After FMSS, which is kind of this event that my high school hosts, where they just call in, or they give the opportunity for a lot of alumni to just kind of come in and talk to students. But honestly, the overall event was good. It felt good to just be in my high school, I guess. It was also kind of strange considering how the moment I walked in, it felt like I hadn't left. So I was supposed to be at school for 8:50.
It's a rock.
What? I'm gonna be late the way I was late to every class
in senior year, second semester, so.
Can you shut the hell up for 2 minutes? It's not funny. I'm trying to vlog, man. What the hell?
Alexander, smile. This is so nostalgic! Karen in her beautiful hair! Camera! And I got to just meet up with my friends. We went to Starbucks afterwards, and we just kind of sat there for like 2 hours and just kind of went in a circle between the 4 of us and just talked about what the semester has been like, because honestly, second year has been pretty rough, and I feel like that's the same story for a lot of my friends and a lot of the people I go to school with as well. We just be going through it.
I don't see. Oh shit, this one's big.
So my little sister Nabil, she's playing the saxophone this year. So it was insane that we actually got to go to her first winter concert. She's in the 6th grade. And it was just kind of so nostalgic being in middle school, because I'd also gone, the middle school she's going to right now, I used to go there as well. And it's so strange when you go back to like a middle school or an elementary school and everything looks just so much smaller. This is how our street looks for most of the year, or a good portion of the year at least. Also our neighbors, oh, their lights are off, but they have the most random lights right now. That is just a preview to what actually is there. My bear is shoveling. My dad's playing old school music. I am narrating. Why are you yelling? We are going to Nabil's concert. There's my dad coming out of his car right now. We're at Nabil's middle school, and Nabia just dipped and left us. Oh my god, this is our dead. So then my friends, we got to do this get-together where all of us kind of just met up at my friend Jasleen's house and we exchanged kind of Secret Santa gifts. And so it was just a good time. Like, it was the first time that most of us were able to kind of meet up at a singular place since like grade 12 graduation. We just kind of chilled, we just kind of talked, we just kind of ate food, argued over pizza toppings, which is like literally what we always do when we get together.
Yes, that's a classic.
You know when I went to Calgary, you know they love ranch and they hate garlic?
What?
I've noticed, yeah, whenever they...
Like, he like makes eye contact with me. He's like above me.
Okay.
And then like...
I'm too young to hear this.
Bro, I'm gonna fuck with
Legit! Okay, can you...
They are cute as fuck. You're so good
Stop
at this.
it! It's wrong. Oh my god, it's a woman's picture.
Oh, that's so cute! An avatar mug! Are you that challenged?
Yes, I have such a bad hack grip. How old is Alex? 18? Yeah.
It No, it doesn't. It's dying now. I'm tired of this one. We're about to take a photo. Yesha's gonna do it for us, right? For the vlog. For the vlog. For the vlog. No, he doesn't. He's a fake.
We got it.
Literally what our plates look like at the end of the day. Anil made these. There's only 3 left because we're all taking them home.
Pardon?
And it's so strange. Whenever I see some of my friends, even if I've seen them after a super, super long time, like one of my friends I saw after like a year, it just, like we pick up like this. It feels like we haven't left off at all. And it's just so natural and normal. And I guess that's when you know you have good friends, when it feels like there hasn't ever been kind of distance between you, because I guess your relationship or your connection kind of transcends time and experience. December was a lot of seeing family. We had like a little event at our house. We had a little potluck at one of my aunt's houses.
We came in, and there's literally, we needed 12, and there's literally only 12 donuts. Exactly 12. Oh, somebody made lasagna? God bless. We have family dinner.
I guess it's kind of juxtaposes what the last few months have been, which have been really, like, I guess, solitary in a lot of ways. Just me or my direct family. In December, I guess, you've seen a lot more of my friends. You've seen a lot more of my extended family. JDCC was just kind of looming over. The last few weeks of December were just, I guess, the dance practices, but also just kind of the stress of getting ready for debate, and kind of the realization that it was actually going to be happening, that all of the prep that we've been doing for the last 4 months was going to pay off. Hopefully pay off. You'll see what happens, I guess, in my January vlog.
I'm literally here for club, and there's nobody on campus, and it's so weird and whack, but also nice.
Skate. Yeah.
I'm just saying, if there's a country that's 1984 today, it's fucking that. Oh, were you posting that?
Towards the end of December, I got to see, me and my cousins, we got to go to Dave & Buster's, which is kind of like an arcade area. And it was just fun.
For the vlog! For the vlog! They've been discussing which card package to go for 20 minutes now. Will we ever play? Do we know? Shit! Yo! Who's gonna win? How's that feel? Aliano, what the hell are you doing? Yo, you're enjoying yourself alive?
And then at the end, we all kind of, like, it was around like 12, we all kind of piled into a Tim Hortons. There was like over 20 of us. And we just kind of drove the cashier person crazy because there was only one of him. The Tim Hortons was completely empty except for like us 3 families. And it just reminded me a lot of my childhood. Our family was always that obnoxious Packy Brown family that would raid like restaurants and coffee shops at like 12 a.m. after we've come back from like a park or a picnic or somebody's house, and just be super obnoxious and loud outside. It was good. It was a good time.
When you're brown, ordering at Tim Hortons takes so long. We make everything so difficult.
Wait, I have to make a list on my phone.
Our orders are so long.
Yeah, and so I ended really the month off with family, I guess. I went to my aunt's house, and we just kind of chilled for the most part in our pajamas until like 3 a.m. watching my dad and my aunt argue about who exactly their neighbors were growing up.
It's lit. Don't quit.
नहीं वो तो वोटर रूम के लास्ट शॉप में थे ना यहाँ तक सारी बिल्डिंग आ गई दोनों तरफ
This month I also worked my last shift at my job at the tech store, so that was, I guess, cool in a lot of ways, mostly because I was anticipating kind of finally finishing off work there. But also, it was sad towards its end, I guess. There was always these moments I have where I just feel kind of sad about letting things go and moving on.
This and that.
Because I was drawing the line, but that's not 0.120? 12%.
That could be an honest mistake.
That's true.
No.
And I'm posting this on my story.
I'm telling you, this is so bad.
And there was this moment towards the end of the month where I was thinking, as I guess I was wrapping up kind of work at like the tech store and also just like my semester, I was just thinking about how like at where a lot of us are in this kind of phase of our life where we just have to keep going and walking, and we never really get to stop somewhere and stay for a long time. I like especially thought about this like when I thought about like I guess working at the tech store and how a lot of people have been there for a long time, like for 3 years or for 4 years, and I kind of thought about how I haven't really been anywhere for 3 or 4 years and how the last few years of my life have just kind of been moving forward. Ever since I started uni, like I don't think a lot of people have had a chance to just kind of sit and stay still. And it just got me thinking a lot about and questioning really, when is the next time that I'm going to get a chance to just sit down and breathe? And I just thought about like, when does it end? When does the ambition end? When does the drive end? When do I reach what I'm walking towards? Thinking back even to 2019, or just in general to the last maybe like year and a half since I started university, I've just met a whirlwind of people. Just so many people that in comparison to the close-knit group of people I knew growing up and in high school and in my neighborhood. And it just reminds me about how we meet so many people and we just kind of part ways and we just kind of keep walking and moving. And that's how life's really been feeling, I guess, especially towards, I guess, the end of December, looking back. December went really well in comparison to how November was. And I'm doing great in January. I'm on a pathway, and you're going to hear all about that pathway. Alhamdulillah, things are going good. Inshallah, things are going to be getting better. So I hope you're all getting better, doing better, and being better. And I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.